Hey everybody, this is some help with the remote assignment that you're getting for review of 7.1 through 7.3 for Friday the 20th. And hopefully you can take the Thanksgiving break and try to get all of this done. But just a handful of problems, and we're just going to walk through what exactly are we expected to do on each of these types. So I'm going to start here with question number 2. Okay, and to graph a line, so these first ones, they have lines, and to graph a line, the first thing we're going to look at is this last number. This is a positive 3, so I'm going to put a dot at positive 3. Then I'm going to look in front of the x, and I need a fraction, and since this is just a 4, I'll put it over 1. So it's 4 over 1. That tells me I'm supposed to go up 4 and over 1, but I can't really do that because it gets off the grid. The alternative would be to go down 4 and backwards 1. So that's how I'll go through this. I'll go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and backwards 1. Okay, and so I need to connect these two dots. Now, I know for a fact I'm not going to do a great job of that, so I'm going to take and draw a line using my little tool here. I'll do something like that. I don't know. I may have to move that around. See if I can move that. Oh, nope, it's going to make me use my other mouse. Whoops. Okay, let's try that again. Man, talk about a struggle. Okay. And then we're going to just drag that right through there. Okay, so there's line 1. Let's get rid of these other stray marks. And then if I need to draw the other line, let's change colors just so that we get a difference in color here. We're going to start here at -2, so that would be right there. And the slope is -1, there's no number here, but I need it to be a fraction, so I'm going to do 1 over 1. That means to go down 1 and over 1. Down 1 over 1. Kind of follows this dotted line here. Well, now if I want to insert a line, I'm going to go from here through there, and that, sorry about that. So now we're going to take and drag our purple line. Whoops. Dang it. I need to go back and grab my, this happens to me every time. But you guys can see where this is going to cross through, I hope. You know, it's going to cross right through down at this point down here. Let's come down here and be that point right there. So the solution to this system would be -1, that's my x, right? I'm over 1, and I'm down 1, so that's also -1. So that would be the solution to this first problem. And the first 4, all you're doing is graphing and seeing if you can tell where they cross. On the second half of the worksheet, there are 2 methods. There's elimination and substitution. Elimination is going to be the easier of the 2 approaches. Whenever we have a number of x's and below it, or with it, we have the opposite number of x's. So for instance this, we have a positive 4x and a negative 4x. If I combine those 2 lines together, those will cancel. 8 plus 2y is 10y equals 20 plus a -30 is -10. And all I have to do to solve for y is divide by 10. That will give me that y is -1. But technically I'm not done. I found y, but I still don't have x. To find x, I'm going to have to take one of these original problems. Let's take the top. It says that 4 times x plus 8 times y, which we know now is -1, has to equal 20. Well, this would say 4x, a positive 8 times a -1 would be -8 equals 20. And if I want to solve for x, I need to add 8. That becomes 4x equals 28. And I finish by dividing by 4 to get x equals 7. Okay? So that's how we're going to solve when we're using elimination. We add the equations together, hopefully something cancels, and we can solve from there. However, the last 3 problems are going to use substitution. This is what we did in 7.2. Substitution is not quite the same, but they are set up pretty nicely for us. If we take a look at example number 3, or problem 3, we can see that the y on the left side is all by itself. There's not an x with it. There's no other numbers over there. So that means that y is equal to -3x plus 5, And I can put all of that information in the other equation when I see the letter y. So we're going to rewrite it as 5x minus 4. Instead of writing y, I'm going to write what y is equal to, negative 3x plus 5. And that all equals negative 3. At this stage, I need to go through and simplify this and clean this up. So I'm going to start with distribution and get 5x still. But now a negative 4 times a negative 3x is a positive 12x. And negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. And that equals negative 3. If I combine my like terms, 5x plus 12x is 17x. I still have a minus 20 equals negative 3. But now I can solve for x by adding 20 to both sides. This is I'm going to slide up here. Becomes 17x equals 17. I got to erase that real quick. Equals 17. Because a negative 3 plus 20 comes out to be 17. And if I divide both sides by 17, I get that x must be 1. But that still doesn't give me the y. I need both x and y. Well, the good news is that if we take our original substitution, it tells us that y is the same as negative 3 times x, which we now know is 1, plus 5. Well, negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. And if I add 5, negative 3 plus 5 comes out to be y equals 2. So my final solution would be 1, 2. 1 for x, 2 for y. And by the way, up here on number 2, when I didn't do that, I should also write it here as well. This is 7 comma negative 1. 7 for x, negative 1 for y. All right. Let me know what questions you have. I want to help you as much as I can. Good luck, and we'll talk to you when you guys reach out.